What's going on YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. Before we get started, special shout out, we are at 110 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy today's video, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, turn on notifications. Let's go ahead and get into it. Right now I'm gonna start off with the recap from last week. So we had 20 ideas last week. I think pretty much all of them triggered except 3. So that, like I said, that's awesome. You know, for all of them to actually trigger. Now we actually had, let me see, 1, 2. We had 3 of them that triggered that we didn't take. Ampy, it triggered. You know, we waited to see what it did. It pretty much never came back. We had the order up there just in case it did come back. And you know, it just never came back. So we just never took the trade. That's why I started setting alerts first. So that way you have these that actually hit that target and then just kind of just dump off for the rest of the week. So we don't want to be in that. So like I said, we set that alert so that way it trigger us in. We kind of look at it, analyze it, see if we can find us an entry. Normally after a red day or something like that. And then, you know, we put our order in there and then we go from there. Gen, I think, pretty much did the same thing. It kind of ran up, triggered. It just never came back for the entry. It pretty much just dumped off. Let me see. We had a couple of losers last week. We had JAGX. It triggered Monday. It looked strong at first, and then, you know, I think the whole market tanked. Like a lot of these had triggered Monday, so a lot of these had tanked off on Monday, but then they ended up rebounding pretty good. JAGX never really fully recovered, so we ended up taking a small loss on that one. So, you know, it's no biggie on that one. And then ONCT pretty much triggered. It actually did revisit that area, but it never did take out that area, so we ended up pulling back and we took a small loss on that one. Excuse me. Viru, this was another one we got a loss on. You know, it pretty much did the same thing. But we did have some big winners last week. AESE. ATHX, like I said, we hit target on those. We got 2-to-1 targets. And you know, if you don't want to risk $500 a trade, or if you want to risk more, you know, there's ways to calculate it. But you know, if you don't want to risk $500 a trade, if you want to risk $100 a trade or $50 a trade, you know, there are ways to calculate it. You know, if you want to risk, if it's a 20-cent range, and you have if you want to risk $100, you know, you just need 500 shares. And then, you know, anything over that, you know, 1,000 shares would be a $200 risk. 1,500 shares would be $300. 2,000 shares would be $400. So, you know, it's always ways to calculate it. So, you know, if you guys don't want to risk that much, and you know, with how volatile the market is, I will understand if you didn't. So definitely don't feel bad if you don't want to risk that much money. I definitely understand. But you know, you got to start somewhere. So, you know, if you guys, like I say, we ended up making $7,500 in profit last week. So, you know, it was a good week last week. Hopefully we can do it again this week. So, but that's it. I just want to kind of give you guys a quick recap. Let's just go ahead and jump into TOS. All right. We talked about last week. We talked about the market pulling back, which it did. You know, it pulled back. You know, it's been kind of trending up real good, you know, like, you know, just like back here trending up real good, but we got to come back and kind of retest this moving average. You know, you always got to find support, because eventually, you know, you get real extended and then the buying kind of just slacks off. So, you know, good thing we didn't get caught up in Friday, because we was basically out of all positions on Friday. I did nibble some of SNDL, which only got 500 shares. That I did nibble it just because it was one of the had like $1 billion volume, like a billion volume, something like that. So I got a couple shares of SNDL just in case you want to, you know, make a crazy run. But we'll see come tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, the monthly ended up being kind of a sell setup. You know, we got kind of a red, like I said, this red bar here with this top and tail. So it looked like the market kind of want to rest a little bit, pull back. I would expect some minor support here in the 360 area based on the weekly. Like I said, we probably end up gapping down Monday. But you know, if you guys been following along, you know, this 360 area, I've been talking about it for a while. We got pretty much kind of a double pivot here in this 360 area. We kind of broke out well, we kind of consolidated at this area, broke out, but we never really fully came back and tested it to put in a bottom and tail. So, you know, I think we'll at least pull back to this 360. I mean, we still got room to come back to 340. We got another pivot here. Like I said, we got looking at the monthly here, we got a pivot here at the 360 area, and then like I said, we got another pivot here at the 340 area. So it just depends on how deep the market wants to pull back. Moving average is still a little bit far away on the monthly. So like I say, those areas are, you know, between the 340 and 360 area. Those areas are to be expected. You know, like I said, but we're gonna see as the time goes on. But yeah, pullback was definitely needed. Definitely expected. You see how real choppy, how real indecisive the market seemed it was getting up in this area. You know, even back here, you know, early June, you know, the market kind of, it just kind of seemed a little bit more confident in the strive up. But with, I guess with the politics and stuff, you know, these big bottom and tails and top and tails, and you know, these big days where we just tank out the market and we gapping down on this day, and you know, it's just been a little radical. I hope you guys just kind of being careful with your account. You know, money management is always, you know, number one. So definitely be careful. We are dropping below that 20 period here on the daily. So like I said, downtrend is definitely probably definitely gonna be in order here. So you know, expect the market to at least pull back maybe to the 340 to 360 area. Taking a quick glance at the SPY, you can see it's already in there. We got a huge sell set up here at the top. So you know, that's kind of the expectation. You know, even with the Qs, maybe the 300 area. Hopefully we don't pull back to the 340 area. I mean, yeah, the 340 area. Even though we got room, you know, on the monthly chart, we do got room to pull back to this area. Like I said, we are extended. We are definitely extended. You know, it's been a lot of money poured into this market. I don't know if it's because of Trump or what, stimulus talks or whatever, politics or whatever. But you know, we just go by the charts. So that's what the chart's telling us is going on. So that's what we're gonna go by. Like I say, huge push up, huge reversal here last week. Gave us a nice red doji. You know, that's kind of a sell set up here. So we're gonna see what the market does. And the expectation is for, you know, kind of a pullback. You know, we may get a gap down and then maybe get a nice bounce. But you know, we're gonna see. But like I say, looking down the weekly chart, definitely got room back to this $300 area. You know, like I say, it's just likely. You kind of got to just expect it kind of to pull back a little bit more before we get kind of bullish as far as the market goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I got 20 ideas this week again. I try to narrow it down. Actually, I seen a lot more ideas I like, but I try to narrow it down to the top 20. I have kind of a swing. It's kind of swing and core trades in this. So I hope you guys enjoy. The first idea is ABUS. Arbutus Biopharm Corp company. Starting with the monthly, drill down this one real quick. Starting with the monthly, we did put in a green month last month. Like I said, we had a nice sell-off Friday. A lot of stock sold off. So we're gonna see. The idea for this one is to get back over this 50 period moving average here. On the monthly. We got a nice yellow line that's kind of been getting rejected. Huge push up here in July, got pushed all the way back down to, like I say, pushed all the way back down to this 50 period. August pretty much tried to retake control, but ended up getting rejected. Nice buy set up here, bouncing off this moving average. You know, kind of rested a little bit just to make sure it didn't put in a new low. Pushed up to that area again, and like I say, got rejected again. So we're gonna see it, like I say, because of the market selling off, it could have been the catalyst for it closing this way, because it did kind of seem like it wanted to close above it. We drill down to the weekly. We do got a 200 period there as well. So like I say, it's definitely a lot of resistance going on in this area. So you definitely want to kind of be careful with how much you're risking in this area. I got an alert set for 410. We did get a nice little bounce here. Off that 20 period on the weekly, so we do got a little short-term support, but like I said, we got a lot of overhead when it comes to like the monthly. We got the 50 period on the monthly. The daily actually looks pretty good. We are slightly under that 20 and that 50, but we're gonna see if we can't get another bull push to get this thing over it. So the actual idea is to get over 410, to get that 410 area. Like I said, we can put a stop roughly at 380. That'll give you about 30 cents. you know, 30-cent R&R on it. So yeah, like I say, but like I said, that 200 period on the weekly is pretty potent right now. Seems like it wants to get over. It just ain't really being primed. We kind of got a downtrend going on right now, so we can get back over this area. We can definitely break out of this 200 period, and that's the idea. And like I said, that'll get us back on top of this 20 and 50 period on the daily. 200 on the daily looks good, but like I say, that'll get us on top of that 20 and that 50. So hopefully we can get a nice push in the right direction. You know, even though the market did decide it wanted to tank a little bit at the end of the week. So, you know, like I said, that's pretty much the idea. We got a nice bounce in this area. Hopefully we get a follow through. But that's it for ABUS. Hold on, let me look at. I want to drill down a little bit. The over 410, that'll pretty much take out. Looking at the 4-hour chart, just to kind of drill down to give you kind of a smaller time frame, that gets us over all the short-term resistance here on the short-term time frame on the 4-hour. So like I said, that 410 area, like I said, we got a nice little red bar here as well. But like I say, you can push it. You can push up into all this and get rejected back down, or we can get some nice volume money to really take us through this area. So you know, that's what we're looking for. That 410 area kind of translate on all time frames. For me, especially with it being a red week, bulls pretty much had these 3 weeks here, got rejected out. We did put in a nice red week, so hopefully we get bulls to step in and kind of get us over this area here. But that's it for ABUS. Next idea is BCDA, BioCardia Inc. company. Starting with the monthly, we are in the 3rd month up. We do got a little resistance here on the 20 period for the monthly in this area. It seems like it's kind of sitting at the 405 area, so we did close above it. So that is good. That is kind of bullish. I'm not sure how much of a continuation we're gonna get with this. You know, this is the 3rd month up, so we may get some rest this month, or we may, you know, run a little higher first. So drilling down to the weekly, we are above all 3 time frames on the weekly, so we do definitely got some weekly support here. The idea is over 435. You can put a stop in the 410 area. That'll give you roughly a 25-cent stop. So you know, if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need 500 shares of it. 400 shares. I'm sorry. 25 cents, 400 shares. You're risking $100. You would get in at the 435 area. Then you would have your stop loss at 410. So you'd be just looking 50 cents out of it. So you'd be looking for it to run to 485. So 485 would be your target. That'd be your 2-to-1 target. So you know, if you're trying to just swing trade this with us. Drilling down to the weekly, got a nice little pivot here. We got a nice resting day for Friday. Still bullish, still over that 20 period, still over all 3 on the daily as well. So you know, definitely bullish on all 3. So like I say, we still put in a nice little higher low as well on Friday. If you guys can see that, there we go. So like I said, we did put in higher lows here. You know, kind of riding that 20 period moving average. So like I said, getting over this area confirms it on the daily, on the weekly, and on the monthly. We got to get to the high of the month was 450. So if we can get over 450, I think that'll be even better as far as being, you know, getting into a core position. I'm not sure how long you guys are planning to hold this particular stock. But you know, my idea is I'm not in it to hold it, you know, more than a week really. I normally like to be in and out within a couple of days or a day or 2. Last week's newsletter, I was out, you know, by Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, I pretty much was in and out 2-to-1, and I was done. And then a lot of them pulled back, tanked, and you know, a lot of them gave up a lot of profits with the market tanking as well. So, you know, you just kind of got to be careful. You know, I like to pick and choose my battles. I like to have certain expectations for it. Particular entries, particular stops, particular targets and stuff like that. So, you know, you guys kind of just be careful. But yeah, that's like I said, BCDA. I like it on all time frames. Let me drill down to the 4-hour to see how that looks. Like I said, huge sell-off, similar to Friday. So we're gonna see if we can't get a nice little gap back up into this area here. Maybe gap up into this 240 area. This 420 area, and then maybe push up a little higher. We're gonna see though. we are kind of, like I say, that Friday sell-off. We don't know what's going to happen next week, but like I said, we got an alert set up here in this 435 area just to see, to kind of just take out all that Friday mess with the market and then kind of get back on the regular scheduled program with this. But yeah, I definitely like that weekly idea. You kind of wanted to do what this one here did in the week of 111. You know, kind of putting in this huge bottom and tail here, and then, you know, getting in over this 390 area. You would have easily got, you know, easily made some money on this. Had time to get out and everything. So that's kind of what we want to see it over here. Like I say, but you know, you can't expect the stock to always repeat itself. But we are closing over a whole number. We are closing over this $4 area, which, like I said, that's been a struggle. We broke out, ran up to 8, but we still couldn't hold it, even though we did that nice little pump there. Still got rejected here, came back up, kind of got rejected here. You know, bulls kind of stepped up, took it out there, and then we got another resting week here. So like I say, if the bulls can kind of take out this this candlestick, kind of like how they did this one over 4, I think we have a nice move up here. Oh, excuse me. But like I say, good on all 3 on the weekly. We good on all 3 on the daily. Like I say, the only little resistance here is the 305 area. So like I say, we did technically close over that area. So hopefully we can, you know, put in a new high first before it decides to rest. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully we can get over this 450 area first. You know, put in some new highs first, and then, you know, if it want to sell off, we'll probably be long gone by the end. So yeah, so if you guys are in this, you know, let me know. You know, leave a comment, you know, like, whatever. But that's it for BCDA. Next idea is BOXL, BOXL Corporation Company. Now this one here is kind of predicated on the monthly chart, really, because we're really looking to get above the 250 area. So if you're already in BOXL, this is definitely an area you can definitely add in. Like I said, we was able to break out of this 20 period on the monthly. So, you know, it might be time for it to actually start trending up a little bit. So, you know, this definitely, you know, will be a good time to start adding to the position on the way up. Drilling down to the weekly, we did have a huge sell-off last week. I'm not sure why. Like I say, it did break that high, that red bar, but it ended up selling off. That's what a lot of stocks did last week. So we're going to see if we can't get some type of correction. You know, we're just kind of looking for a correction here over this 250 area. It kind of hit it almost. We're at 249. So like I said, we just got it at 250. We did put in a lower low. So we may get one more resting day first before it actually bounces. But we know we're going to see. It would be kind of healthy if it actually transitioned a little better, because it seemed like it, you know, we kind of had this kind of staggered downtrend here on the daily, and just kind of ran up to that area again and then just pulled back again. We do have support on the lower time frames as far as the 2050 and the 200. So like I said, the trend is up right now. We just got to see if we can hold it. It may hit that $2 area again before it runs up. If you want to get a little bit more aggressive, you can kind of get in this 230 area if you want to get in based on the daily. It did kind of honor the higher highs on the daily last time as far as not really breaking that high. So that would be kind of an aggressive entry if you want to get in this 230 area. It kind of did in this area here. Actually hit it exactly. So if you was a penny over, you wouldn't have got tagged in on this one either. But yeah, just kind of be careful. Like I said, they run up, put in kind of a sideways trend, kind of seem like it's forming. So like I said, over this 250 area could be pretty interesting. We do got a pivot here at the $2 area. So, you know, also if we kind of shake out, down to this 20 period on the weekly, that'll be nice. And I could just, we can actually move our alert down to pretty much the high of the week. To see if the bull's gonna take it back up, you know, kind of like a reversal of a week. Because normally when you have green weeks, that little bottom and tail here on these green weeks normally happen like within the first day or two. So you know, if it starts out red, you know, kind of comes down here this area, and you know, opens in this $2 area, kind of pulls back, we can definitely put our alert here at $2, or go ahead and have an order up here at $2 to see if it actually, you know, the bulls actually take it back all the way up. You know, that is possible. I did see a lot of that last week as well. That's another option as well if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. But, you know, kind of let the chart tell you what it's trying to do. We had a nice run up, nice downtrend here. Nice bounce in this $2 area. Kind of retested it here, got rejected. Broke over it here. So I think we got a nice move that's about to be made in this $2 area. And I think it's gonna be looking good based on the monthly. Like I said, we did get over this this 20 period on the monthly. So I do think we got room, especially over this 250 area. It definitely looks good. So you guys keep an eye on BOXL. We'll drill down to the 4-hour real quick. So yeah, we kind of downtrending here on the short term. So yeah, it's kind of it's kind of looking bad here. So yeah, if it don't trigger, just looking at this, I wouldn't be surprised. Because like I said, we are following up under these moving averages here. I'm not sure if it's just because of the market or what, but you know, we're gonna definitely see. We are falling below these moving averages here on the 4-hour as well. So you know, getting over this 20. So Monday, if you guys want to be a little bit more aggressive, keep it down on the 4-hour. If it did break over this, you gotta let it break over first. Let it break over first. You can drill down to see if it put in some type of rest, maybe a rest an hour or so. You know, run back up here, get in that resting bar here, then you put your order right over that. Just like how I did here. This is kind of what you want to see. You want to look at higher time frames. So you won't get too lost in the 1 minute, 5 minute charts. You put in a nice 1 hour bar over this moving averages here short term. Then you put in a red bar here. I will have my order sitting at 225. But you see, this order never came back, so it never would have triggered. So you kind of gotta let it, you kind of gotta just let it, work itself out. Let the chart tell you what is going on. Not only did it pull back, it pulled all the way back. No support here on the moving averages. This was Friday, so the market sold off Friday. So a lot of stocks followed suit. We're gonna see if we can't get some type of correction on this come Monday. But yeah, that's the idea over this 250 area. As the day goes on, you can kind of see little intraday areas as well. You get a couple of little small red days here. You can kind of trail down the high of those red days to get a little entry on it as well. 'Cause we did get a nice wide range day here. So if we was to do 250 by $2, that'll give you a 50-cent stop. So if you're risking $100, you just need 200 shares of this. So like I said, we do got a wide stop. 50 cent. It's kind of my max. Especially with stocks under $10. Anything over 50 cents, I kind of don't mess with, because the spread is so wide, you just never know. It can run all the way up to 260 and come all the way back down. It just, the spread is too wide, especially for this kind of stock here. So yeah, that's the expectation on that. If you guys are in this one, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys got. What's your cost average on this? Just leave a message down there in the comments. Moving on. Next idea is CLRB, Selectar Bioscience Inc. Starting off with the monthly, this is primarily a monthly idea. You guys know I like that red bar, nice little resting bar here. So we did break over this 20 period, kind of came back, retested this 20 period this month. And then we got a high of 210 on the month. So this is the monthly chart we're looking at. So that monthly high is 210. So that would be another area to add at is the 210 area to see if we, break out of that red bar. Like I say, bouncing off, possible support down here in this 275 area. We're gonna see if we can't get a move higher. Another reason I like it here is this weekly. We got a lot of volume coming in. To close the year. Seems like we kind of resting. A lot of bottoming tails here. So I think it's a lot of accumulation going on here. A lot of bottoming tails. Let's see, let me drill down a little bit more. We do have a nice bounce off this 20 and 50. It's crossing on the weekly. Nice minor support there. You could be a little bit more aggressive. You can get a 2 by 190 idea on this one, 10-cent idea on this one. Just for a nice pop, maybe the 220. You be in and out. If you want to take this weekly trade here, 2 by 190, you'll need, if you're risking $100, you'll need 1,000 shares. Plain and simple. If you're risking $500, you'll need 5,000 shares. If you're risking $1,000, if you're risking $1,000, you need 10,000 shares. You're risking 1,000 to make, basically 2,000 on this. If you're shooting for 2 to 1 on this, So if you risking $10,000, you need 100,000 shares. It's no limits to it. It's no limits. But that's just an idea. It's raining. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. It's been raining, been pouring down all day. I hope this ain't interfering with the video too much. But yeah. So like I said, we do got amount of support here on the 20 and the 50 period. I got an alert set at this $2 area as well. Depending on if we get a little early morning volume Monday, I may go ahead and get that order. I may go ahead and get aggressive with you guys on this one. But like I said, that monthly is potent as well over this 210 area. So we first got the clear 2, and then we got the clear 210. I think we got a nice, we got a nice upward trend ahead of us on this one. Drilling down to the daily. We are at a kind of a crossing road here on the daily. So if we did decide to have a bounce, Monday would probably be the day to do it. Monday's gonna let us know whether this thing is gonna fall back down a little bit lower, or if it's gonna actually go ahead and put us in. We're gonna go ahead and contest last month's high. So yeah, you guys can definitely keep an eye on this one. Had a nice little run up here. Kind of came back, retested this area, gap down, or I would hate to be a part of that. Gap down, kind of went bullish, but then, kind of fell off a little bit. Like I say, we did get pretty extended here, kind of consolidated, had a nice little, seemed like a last chance to take profits, pull back, and then, the downtrend began. So we're going to see if we can't get back over this area, get back over this 210 area. Like I say, if you do 2 by 190, first target is going to be 220. Like I said, that'll be your first target. You'll be out of it. If you guys want to add on the monthly, you can probably add some more in this 210 area, just to see what it does. I think that's about it. Let me go ahead and drill down to the 4 hour. And as you see here, you got on the 4 hour, we do got a lot of resistance here. We got a nice little, it's kind of been riding between this 20 and this 50 period on the 4 hour. Getting up to this $2 area, that's why it's so aggressive. You got a lot of resistance here, so if we get some big volume, it probably won't be a problem. But under minor volume, you may get a some light volume pushing it on up, and then it could just kind of just tank back once that volume comes in. So if you do get that trade, you definitely want to make sure you get some good volume. We are taking out 2 pivots though as of Friday. We are taking out this 195 pivot and that $2 pivot on Friday. So it could be the recipe for a bigger move. We just gotta kind of wait and see for it. I don't know why my 4 hours is so short. 10 days. Let me change that real quick. He's just having a little bit more room on my 4 hour. There we go. We can kind of see it just a little bit better, zoom in. But yeah, so like I say, getting over that $2 area, the bulls could take back over this thing. The volume is kind of low here too. You got basically 97 million compared to 36 million. So the volume's still a little low here. Definitely has some accumulation here. We're gonna see if the bulls actually want to take this thing up a little bit higher. If you guys are in this one, leave a comment below. Let me know your your position size. Your cost average. You ain't got to let me know your size. You ain't got to let me know all that. Your average cost or whatever. Just leave a message if you guys got this one down there in the comments. But that's it for CLRB. Next idea is CTXR, Citius Pharmaceutical Inc. Company. All right, starting with the monthly. We did end the month bullish. We put in a nice doji. We are over that 20 period, so that's good. Like I said, we did push up a little higher. Seemed like this is kind of an area to beat here. Under this 140 area, we got some top and tails here. Top and tails here got rejected here. Maybe it's this 120 area. So yeah, maybe getting above this 120 area is the area to beat. And that would kind of line up with our weekly chart as well. So yeah, so over this 120 area seemed like a good area to beat. We did close above it. We had a nice little red resting day here. Some possible accumulation on the last day. Bulls did control Friday, even though the market tanked. The bulls still control Friday, so that's something to think about. We did close over this 120 area. We got 2 pivots here. Like I say, you got a lot of chop around here. We had 1 bounce here, rejection. Had another bounce here, rejection. Like I say, we're back to this area. We're above, and we closed over this area. We closed over it, retested this area, and then closed over this area again. So, I don't know about you guys, but to me, it just sounds bullish. It just sounds bullish to me. So we're going to see if we actually put in a higher high on Monday. Let me see. I got my alert set for 130. The high was 131. I don't mind being a little aggressive on this one. Like I say, with this huge tail here, if it actually breaks the actual open and get all the way up here, I'll take that penny. I'll take that penny. It's no big. I'll take that penny. My OCD won't let me take 131. That's just how I am. I'm OCD with certain numbers. I'm real big on half and whole numbers, quarters. So 10 cent, 25 cent, 20 cent, 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent. 130, I can do that. 131, I can't do that. My OCD ain't gonna let me do it. I've been on cost average down. I've been got some share. If I got 131, I would possibly add at 129 just to make it 130 even, because that's just how my OCD is. But don't mind me on that, guys. Anyway, so with the weekly, we are over the, like I said, we're over the 20 and the 50 on the weekly. We're good on the monthly. We're over all three on the daily. So like I say, very bullish to me, in my opinion. Over this 130 area, you can put your stop in this 120 area. Like I say, it technically has already breaking out and retested this area. So maybe a nice little run is in store. We got room up to $2 area here. We definitely got room up there. If it did decide it want to run a gap, we get a nice gap, some PR. Definitely got room to $2 area. That definitely is an area that has already been tested before. So, not sure how long you guys have been in this thing. Leave a message with your average cost in the position. In the comments below. But yep, that is the idea here. We did get a lot of selling early in the week and then followed up by some buying at the end of the week. So yeah, definitely was some money that wanted to keep this thing over. The volume day was Monday. Buyers took it back up, had a gap up, came back down twice. I'm gonna blame the market, because the market, with the market tanking out the blue because of news and stuff, I'm just blaming everything on the market. So we're gonna see if we can get another correction here, and you guys can see it on the daily. You kind of retested this 128 here, came back, tested it here, came back, broke in. A lot of selling going on and a lot of buying. So I think, like I said, that transition to actually move up higher, this would be a beautiful breakout here to really start that uptrend. Like I said, it's kind of been going sideways for a minute. So like I say, this breakout here could really start a nice uptrend. Even on the monthly here, it's kind of been just consolidating over this dollar area. We did have a nice breakout, but it still found its way back to this dollar area. Maybe more accumulation, maybe just resting, like I said, but we are over that 20 period. So like I say, a move up is definitely in order. I think, myself personally, it does look good. We kind of want to trail it up, kind of like how you got these red bars here. With it, it would have been a nice, entry over here, but, it never would have triggered. So, we're looking for it to trigger over this just based on the rest of the chart, based on this pivot, breaking out over that pivot, closing over that pivot, putting in that bottom and tail, closing over that 120 area, we're looking for it to break out. Like I said, if it gets over that 130, it's already rested, it's already accumulated. Like I said, a nice breakout is possible. We are up 3 weeks, but we're not extended. It kind of just really ran up to, resistance. We closed over resistance. And then, like I said, we got this nice bottom and tail. Most of the volume was done on Monday. So we didn't even get a lot of end of the week volume. It was kind of light, but like I said, we still closed over this 120 area. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Your take on this idea. Like I said, I think we got room to $2. I'm not saying we're going to get $2 next week. I'm just saying, if you guys are in this long term, you definitely can probably expect it to get back up to $2 sometime soon. Especially if it breaks out of this high, you definitely could have a nice little uptrend in order. We wouldn't be looking to get much out of it. 130 by 120 would be the idea. So we'd be looking, really just to get maybe 150 out of it. That would be the swing trade idea. That would be my idea. I just shoot for 2-to-1 targets. So if I risk $500, I'm just looking to get $1,000 out of it. I'm in and out, and I can just keep recycling that. That's how I pretty much recycle my ideas. Just get in and out, put that buying power towards something else. But yeah, that's pretty much it with CTXR. You guys let me know, what type of cost average you guys have in the comments below. Let me drill down here on the 4 hour. Let me just take a look at the short term. Short term, we kind of sitting on this red 200 on the 4 hour. Well, this is the hour. I'm sorry. So we could get a nice bounce here. We got all time frames kind of meeting up here. So this is definitely a area where we can actually see a move higher or move lower. This, like, Monday was definitely going to be the day that is going to let you know where it's going to be going. I'm gonna at least give you an idea to start it off. On the 4 hour, we did fall below this 50 period a little bit. But like I say, I really wouldn't worry about this. Like I said, you know, you had a nice run up, came back, retested, kind of gap down, retested this area, kind of been riding it here a little bit. So like I said, a nice breakout. You know, it would be nice. You know, it would be, well, you know, everything. I'm looking for breakouts on all my ideas. So, you know, you guys, that's pretty much what you're gonna hear all this whole video. But yeah, that's what we're looking for, this 130 area. You know, keep an eye on your, you know, your smaller time frames to see if you get an entry. Monday, if you did see the market kind of gapping up a little bit, you know, kind of give it a, you know, just kind of let it give you kind of an idea, like over here, you know, if this is how the week was ending here, you know, you see a nice gap up here on Monday, and then, you know, if you want to get in a little aggressive, you know, get in over this red bar here. You know, anything over what this 122 area would be a, you know, nice entry. You know, just kind of let it give you something. You know, even here, we had a high of, you know, 123, so you can do 125. You know, it's real aggressive because, you know, you may hit 125 and it may tank. You know, we definitely got to close over these moving averages. You know, so the commitment has to be there from the buyers. So you know, that's pretty much what you want to see. You want to see that commitment from the buyers. So like I said, getting back up to this 130 area, we could actually start trending up, because it seemed like this kind of was a break. Yeah. Well, we already know this was a breakout, breaking out this 120 area, and then we got the 120 retest. So we're gonna definitely see. We definitely don't want it to kind of fall back below this 120 area, but then we kind of gonna be in the same boat. You know, even over here when we did break above this 120 area, we put in a red bar. We did attempt to make higher highs, but it seemed like it just wasn't ready yet. Like I say, I'm not sure, you know, if it was news, PR, or what, but it just, whatever happened, it just wasn't ready yet. So we're gonna see if we can't get a move up higher this time. But that's it for CTXR. Next idea is FAX. This is a monthly idea. This is a kind of a core trade idea. You know, if you guys are in this long term, getting in, adding more over this this month here over 455 would be a nice area to add at. We did close over the 20 to 50 period moving average. So we did break above it, and then, like, you know, seemed like we kind of retested this area. And it did, like I said, it did close over it. So that is a good sign. That's very bullish in my opinion. Drilling down, like I said, we closed over all three. So the 50 period here would be pretty much the 200 period on the weekly. So as you can kind of see, it kind of rolled that 200 period on the weekly. So, you know, we already over the 20 and the 50. So, you know, that's kind of good as well. And on the daily here, you know, you pretty much get this nice consolidation here, riding that 20 period. Nice volume to take this thing up to 450. And then, you know, Friday we had that nice resting day on Friday, big volume here. So I'm pretty sure that volume was keeping that thing under control. We did close the week green. Buyers were in control last week. You know, this one here, like, this is one of my favorite ideas. If you guys want to be a little aggressive, you can get in over 450. That will be something that I would be interested in. The only time I get in over green weeks, as you guys would know if you watch any of my previous videos, I have to have a red day. So before I put my order up here, because, you know, it's easy, you know, getting in over a green week, that's basically a buy setup. It's basically you just getting in over the uptrend. So you run up, you come back, you know, you break out of this 450, you come back to maybe 440, you break over 460, you come back to 455 or something like that. You know, that's uptrend, like here. You know, you're up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Nice shakeout, but still brought it back up. You know, that's the uptrend formula. So, you know, that's an easy pattern for you guys to trade. You know, just buying in over a green bar, putting your stop at the bottom of the green bar. You know, that's an easy way to make money. You know, just like over here. You know. You would have got in here. You'd had to stop down here. You know, it's a huge stop. That's why I don't really like too many of these unless it's a nice buy setup. I may take, but normally, you know, the green bars are too wide for me, too wide for my taste. But, you know, a pattern on the lower time frame is definitely likable. Like I say, buyers did step up last 2 weeks of the month. We are resting, so, you know, this isn't just a, you know, kind of a sell off. You know, like over here, like back here in March. It wasn't a sell-off, you know, but, you know, with the, you know, pandemic and stuff like that. But we did get some resting money. Nice narrow range. It's like you can probably fit 2 or 3 of these inside these green bars here. So, you know, in my eyes, this is kind of a resting month. So like I say, bulls did step up. We drilled down to the daily. We did get some nice volume here. Nice, you know, nice little buying area over this 450 on the daily. So, you know, ooh, excuse me. This thing just looks so beautiful. Like, this is definitely one of my favorite ideas. Because, you know, you got ideas on everything just kind of line up. The monthly lines up, the weekly lines up, and then the daily lines up. So, you know, this really can be a 10-cent stop just based on the daily. You can do 450 by 440 just based on the daily. You can get you're risking $100, you can get 1,000 shares of this thing, and you should be able to get 2 to 1 out of this. Honestly, if that's the sentiment for the market, like I say, you've been resting. If you're gonna bounce, now's the time to bounce. So we're gonna see if we can't get a bounce. That's the idea on this one. Like I say, we got support 20, 50, 200 here underneath. We good. We got support there. We got support on the monthly. We got support on the weekly. Like I said, this one just looked good on all time frames. The only concern about the weekly here is I'm not, you know, it definitely has been resting. You know, we got some bottoming tails here, some red weeks. So I would consider this a little rest. We just don't know how much longer it's gonna rest. So that's the only thing. But it seems like it's kind of back where it was pre-COVID. So, you know, we're gonna see. But yeah, like I said, I like this as a core idea as well. If anybody, like I said, if you guys have been in this, you know, since it pulled back down here in COVID, you know, over 455 would be a nice area to add. You know, it's just like I said, it's just a nice idea. Just opening up the monthly a little bit to kind of take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it look even sweeter. Like I said, the R&R is just sweet on it. Even the R&R is sweet on it. Like I say, that the monthly close was 443. So it's even on the monthly, it's a 10-cent stop. So I'm kind of looking at this area, kind of how I'm looking at this area. See the same little red little doji here? You kind of got that nice push up, nice little uptrend. It wasn't as dramatic as, you know, a lot of others. It wasn't just dramatic as AMC or GameStop. You know, it wasn't as dramatic, but you know, definitely. Oh, hopefully you guys got some of that. I was actually in AMC, so I did get a little bit of AMC. I didn't get GameStop. You know, I'm not a FOMO trader, so you know, it's no biggie. It's always gonna be something going on. It's gonna be always something shooting up 200%. A stock shoots up 200% every day, so I'm not stressed. I'm not for to risk all that on GameStop. I don't even have a game. I don't even have I don't even have video games on the disc. So yeah, I'm not for the risk out that on GameStop. But hopefully you guys got some though. Like I said, it was a nice move up. AMC, GameStop, whatever else, it had ran up 1,000%. So, you know, hopefully you guys got some. But yeah, I got in and out of AMC. I'm done. You know, I'm good. I got my profits and I'm gonna keep it moving. But yeah, that's it. You know, but yeah, facts. Amberden Asia Passy Company. I don't know what they gotta do with facts. I don't know, but you know, that's my idea. Like I say, it look good on all time frames to me. Like I say, nice uptrend, a move up higher would be nice and solid. Wide range green bar here on the volume, little resting bar here closing over that 20 period. You know, just look real bullish for me. Drill down here to the 4 hour. 4 hour looks super sweet. Like I say, we closed Friday red. You know, getting over this 450 area could be extremely potent. You know, extremely potent for a run up. You know, if this thing breaks with some good volume, you know, it probably ain't gonna come back. Like, these are one of the ideas that I would already have the order in there, and then you know, if it triggers, I would just wait. I wouldn't even worry about it, you know, retesting, because this is kind of one of the ones I like so much. Even as a core trade, like I said, it kind of reflects on all time frames. Even as a core trade, getting over this 450, 455 area, I would pretty much just have my order in as it triggers. That way I can go ahead and get some of this thing, because I ain't trying to watch it all day. So I just go ahead and put my bracket order in, and you know, just let it do what it do. But that's it on facts. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite ideas. You know, just, you know, Thursday, nice green bar, big volume here. Hopefully it don't gap up, you know, and leave us hanging. If it do gap up, hopefully it kind of shakes out and get us in at 450, because I'm not buying shares above 450. That's just me. I'm not fit to chase it. No FOMO. If it gaps up to 460, I'm gonna have my order at 450, and if I don't get tagged in, just gonna leave it alone. But you know, we're gonna see. Next idea is FLDM. Fluidum. I don't know. Corp Dell Company. I don't know. You guys leave a message in the comments with how you pronounce it. We do have earnings February the 10th. I would not be holding this thing through earnings because I don't know what's going to be happening with earnings. I don't know nothing about this company to be holding it through earnings, and I don't feel like gambling, so I'm just not going to do it. If you guys want to hold it through earnings, power to you. I'm not. Hopefully we get a run up before earnings. You know, that would be nice. You know, run up. Let me see, when's the 9th? But whenever the 9th is, I think that's probably next week. Well, not this week, but the week after this week. So I'm definitely gonna be out of it before the end. So, you know, if you guys get some of that earnings money, good for you. I'm not gonna do it because of my position size is, you know, the size of positions I take is too much for that kind of loss. You know, I understand, you know, the profits, the upside, that's cool, but I can't control it. I can't control my losses. You know, after hours, it's hard to control it. I can't put no stop order in after market. You know, when they announce earnings, you know, if that thing tanks $6, there's no way for me to stop it. It's no way. There's no way for me to catch it. You know, yes, I'm just not gonna take that gamble. But yeah, good luck to you guys if you guys plan on holding this thing through earnings. I would definitely probably be out of it, and it would probably be long gone by then. But yeah, starting with the monthly. Seems like we kind of been contesting this 50 period. 50 period's kind of sitting in this 250 area. I mean 650 area. I apologize, 650 area. We did close above this 20 period, so we may have a little bit of a trend change going on. Seems like we had a nice run up, kind of been consolidating. You know, kind of like a little bear flag. You know, it's kind of been going down a little bit. Not really. You can't really tell here on the monthly here. But it kind of just seemed like it's been trying to hold this little area here. Just it seemed like it's just been trying to let the monthly chart, monthly time frames catch up with it. You know, because you have ooh, gracious. Technically, you know, the downtrend, we did technically put in a lower low here. So this thing could downtrend back down lower. Just according to the time frames. Just according to the higher time frame, like I said, this thing, like I said, the trend is down. So like I say, it may hold above this say this 650 area. We technically didn't close above it, but you know that's just 2 pennies. You know, I wouldn't worry about that. It's close enough for me because I would still put my stop at 650. So you know, 2 cents. I'm not worried about 2 cents. When it comes to my stop loss, I still have it at 650 on this idea. Monthly did close green. The ultimate goal would be to get over 750. That will be the high of last month. So, you know, breaking that high, you know, putting in a new high. That's what you want to see in your uptrends. You want to see it putting in new highs, higher highs. Drilling down to the weekly, we do have a little support here on the 50. It's been battling this 200 period, which is just pretty much the same as this 50 period on the monthly. You know, that all the moving averages kind of align in some way, shape, or form. So getting over this 690 area would definitely be bullish. We would have some bullish sentiment here. And, you know, like I said, if we get over this area here, my stop loss would be roughly in this 650 area. Because you know, we're just looking for 2 to 1 out of it. So that'll be roughly 40 cents. We're looking for 80 cents out of it. So that'll put us at like 770. So that'll pretty much put us up here in this area here for our target. That's pretty much what we'll be looking for on this one. Just 2 to 1 idea out of it. 40 cent range on it. Nice run up here. Nice downtrend into a consolidation. You know, you got the uptrend, you got the downtrend, you got the consolidation. So, you know, moving averages are kind of lining up here. Consolidating on a moving average after a downtrend. So you know, it just kind of lines up here. The daily, we are above all 3. So getting back above 690 doesn't look like an issue on the short-term time frame. We do got minor support here on the 200 on the daily as well, which is the 50 period, you know, basically, you know, in this 50 period area here on the weekly. So, you know, definitely looks bullish to me. We're going to see if we can't get a move higher on this one. The entry area would be roughly 690. And then that first target area will be like 770. That's my idea on FLDM. Drill down here on the smaller time frame just to see how it's looking. Definitely got a nice red bar here, so yeah, definitely taking out this bar here. It's gonna require some nice volume here. So we get up here, I'm definitely interested. We are resting on all time frames here at the moment, so I'm definitely interested. Like I say, up here in this area here, over this 690 area. Okay. If you guys core trade this thing, and you guys be looking at the 1 and 5 minute charts, it's just not really worth looking at. I used to love the 5 minute, 1 minute charts. I don't even like looking at them no more. Like it's just pointless at this. It's like I don't learn so much about higher time frames. The smaller time frames really are minute. Unless you just a scalper, unless you just a super scalper and you just scalping 1 minute charts, 5 minute charts. Occasionally I do a 15 minute, I do a 15 minute trade, but I don't really mess with the ones, I rarely mess with the 5s a little bit, but just kind of, I'm straying off topic. I'm sorry, I'm straying off topic. But anywho, like I said, over this 690 area, like I said, it's a pivot we put in Friday. So whatever, if we get any type of correction, we could get a nice bull run in this particular stock here, as well as all of our other ideas. So all my ideas are translating in between each other. So, that's it for FLDM. Next idea is FTK, Flowtech Industries Inc. company. Threw it out here on the monthly. So this is another monthly idea. It kind of transitions from the monthly to the weekly as well. We've been kind of riding that 20 period on the monthly on the past 4 months. We did have a nice little piercing. It did break through. We did have this little green little setup here that kind of failed, kind of pulled back real hard. I'm guessing it was the 20 period weekly. It kind of bust through it. Maybe this was this month. Nah, this was. Not sure how it happened. Maybe maybe the weeks. The monthly chart. It could have been a day or two that made it look like that. Maybe this one wasn't supposed to be green anyway. It's just how it looks. But like I say, we didn't put in a new high over the green month, so we got another resting month. This thing was up 4, 5, 6 months in a row. So you was bullish 6 months in a row. You technically have rested 4, even though you have been putting in these top and tails. So bulls have been trying to push this thing higher, but it didn't try at all this month. This month it was completely flat at the top. So you pretty much got that that shooting star or whatever they call it, whatever the technical term is for it. But yeah, right here at the moving average, like I said, bull stepped up, didn't try to take it higher at all this month. So I'm interested over 215. Ooh, my back. I'm interested over this 215 area. Drilling down to the weekly here, you pretty much kind of got that same pattern. Like I said, over this red week here, you got huge volume here. So like I said, that volume could be good or bad. That volume could take it up higher, or that volume could slam it down lower. It could break us through that 200, that $2 area on down. And ain't no telling how far it can drop down. So we're looking for it to kind of run. We do got resistance up here at the 240 area, so kind of got to be careful there. Depending on how and when we break this area, I might keep this just kind of a 20 cent. I may just shoot for 1-to-1 on this one because of that green 20 period moving average here on the weekly. I may just leave it at 20 cent. I may get a little aggressive. I could do 15 cent. I could do 15 cent. The entry being $2.15, the stop being $2, put you at 15 cent stop. First target would be 230. Next target would be 245 ish. No. 250. So 250 would be the next target. Is that right? Hold on. 245. I'm sorry, 245. 245. Yeah, 215. By 15 cent, put it at 230. And another 15 cent, put it at 245. So yeah, 2-to-1 target will be 245. It is doable. It could tag it It may not break through that area, but you know, like I said, we just looking to get our, you know, to get our 2 to 1 out of it. So we're gonna definitely see what it does. Breaking out of that area would be extremely good because we are under the 50 period. So the trend isn't even up on the daily. So you know, getting out of this little wedge area we got right now between these moving averages would be the first goal, is to get out of this area. So if it does break out of this area just a little bit, we want to be notified. And then if we see a little entry here, we're gonna get in our 250 area, our 215 area. I'm sorry, 215 area. And then, like I said, we take it from there. We only got minor support here from the 50. We got some good little support here on the 200. So we're gonna see if the bulls actually want this thing to go higher, or if we're gonna continue to rest and fall down a little bit lower. Like I said, we got 6 months up. You know, this is the only buying opportunity I see here as far as it going any higher. So we're gonna see what it does next month. You know, go from there. I'm gonna drill down here on the 4 hour to see if we got any type of short term. Short term, we are creeping above, so we do have a little bit of an uptrend forming on the 4 hour, just a little bit. We did get over that 20 period. So like I say, 215 area would be interesting, and then we can test this 230 area even on this chart. So it kind of all, like I say, it all lines up. So you know, testing that 200 period, which is definitely gonna be a nice test. So depends on how it looks. We may just shoot for 1 to 1 on this one. So you know, getting out at 230, because if it gets up that far, we'll likely hit 230. But you know, we're gonna see. So we could just do a 1 to 1 target on this one, 15 cent R&R on this one, just to get 1 to 1, just because of that resistance ahead. You know, just like if you look at this green bar here. Pushing up into that green bar, pushing up into that 20 period moving average here, you see it got rejected. And, you know, eventually it did go back up, but, you know, we're not going to be in this thing for 2 and 3 weeks. So, you know, we're going to take our profits and keep it moving. And like I said, we can always find another entry and get back in it at a later date. You know, it's easy to hit. All you got to do is hit the buy button. It's real simple to get back into this thing. But, yeah. So, you know, that's the expectation. If it does contest that 20 period, maybe it holds, maybe it gets rejected. We'll never know. Even back here, you see it ran up here, got rejected back down. It didn't break it, but then it proceeded to gap over it, and then, you know, it got rejected back down. It didn't contest it, it gapped over it and broke out. Here, it broke it and then kind of got rejected big time. You know, you kind of got to have them small moves to really get over that period, because running up to it from here, you know, it's likely gonna get pushed back. So that's the expectation on it. Like I say, I'm pretty sure a lot of sellers gonna be up here just because it's 20 period moving average on the weekly. It's the 200 period moving average on the 4 hour. Whatever that translates to on your guys' time frame, the VWAP or whatever other indicators you guys use. I'm pretty sure it translates to some trader on their time frame that this is the area to sell. So people are going to sell. That's just how it is. So we're looking to sell right along with them, right in that area. So, you know, we get to move up higher, we get it. If we don't, we don't. But that's it for FTK. Flowtech Industries, Inc. Next idea is Fury. This is another one of my favorite ideas. Just because of the consolidation here. We got a monthly close red last month. After the bulls kind of been in control of this thing for 2 months. This 155 area looks interesting to me. It closed at 150. Well, no, the high was 153. It closed at 140. So you're looking at roughly 10 cent stop on this thing. 10 cent stop. So you got all these sellers here, which, you know, it ain't much compared to this one. You know, that whatever the IPO was, it tanked or whatever. But all these buyers here, you got a nice little narrow range resting month here, right? You drill down to the weekly. Bulls had put in some big volume on Friday. On the week they put in some big volume here, on the week, but then on the daily they put in some big volume. I'm thinking to keep this thing above 140. So this 140 area seems pretty potent. So you can be super aggressive and get in at 150 if you want to, which looks pretty good on the daily, because, like, you know, if you guys have been with me through the beginning of the video, I'll take a green. I'll take a green week. I'll take the high of a green week if I get a red. If I get a red day. I got 2 red days in here. So 150 looks good. 150 by 140 looks damn good actually. So that would be a nice idea. Like I said, the only thing would be this 155 area. If we break 150 but never fully get up to this 155 area, it probably likely fail or continue consolidating. But you know, this thing pulled back, bounced, and it's kind of been riding this 20 period. And it seemed like we got a little 50 period that done kind of came in here over here. This thing look like it's ready to really move. I'm not sure what the market cap on this thing is. Fury Gold Mines Limited Company, but LTD company. But yeah, it definitely just looks nice. Beautiful, beautiful consolidation. This could be a core trade. I'm not sure what the fundamentals on this company is, but it definitely looks nice over 155. Big volume here. This thing could get pretty extended. This seems like this was the area to beat. This 140 area. Ran to it twice, gapped, kind of broke through it. Big volume to bring it back up over this area. Bottom and tail. Just consolidation to this 140 area. This one's really, really nice. This has got to be one of my top. This is definitely top 5. Facts, Fury, I definitely love them too. Just like I say, it's just ready to break. Upside, I'm not sure what the max upside is, but you know, we can get some crazy little, you know, run up if Reddit want to sponsor us. You know, we can take this thing to $1,000. You know, when we have our 10 cent R&R on this thing. So if you get in at 150 and your stop is at 1.4, 140, and this thing shoot up to $10, oh man, come on, man. I love this stuff, man. Anywho, that's Fury. Let me drill down to the lower time frame real quick. It just, like I say, the 150 area looks even good. It looks even better just because we had this nice red bar here pushing all the way down, followed up by buyer stepping up, bringing this thing right back up above all these moving averages. 150 area might be juicy as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead. I might get half at 150 and the other half at 155. Bam. You guys can see my alerts on there too. Okay, cool. But yeah, the 150, 155, definitely some areas to beat. You know, by the time I hear that 150 trigger, I definitely want to hear that 155 trigger right after that. You know, that's what you want to hear. I want to hear it right. I want to hear it back to back. But that's it for Fury. Like I say, this is definitely top favorite. Fury Facts, definitely my definitely one of my top 2s. Next idea. GLOP, Gas Log Partners, LP Company, Unit, Rep, Limited, Partnership, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Let me see here. We did have a nice little downtrend here. Earnings kind of reversed it. We closed red, but it seemed like buyers took control of this thing. So we may have a trend change. I think my posture is off. Anywho. So getting back over this 360 area is interesting. Drilling down, we do have the 50 period that done came in. So getting back over this 460 area is interesting as well. That'll give us 25 cent from 360 to 335. That'll give us 25 cent. So you know, if you're risking $100, you just need 400 shares of this, and per 100 you just multiply your shares. So if you 200 will be 800. 300 would be what, 120, 1,200 shares, and so forth and so on. But yeah, I like it over this 160 area. I hate for it to get there and then get rejected, but you know, just based on, you know, we did close the month green last month, so we could get a nice bullish push. We got room to $9 on the monthly. Just throwing it out there. You know, I'm not saying that's a price target. I'm just saying if we get up there and we get some rejection maybe in the pre-market, the move is over. You know, if the pre-market gets us up there and then we fall back down to 6, the move is over. Just don't even think about buying anymore above 6, because Like I said, if it hit, it's likely over. Now if it get over it, you know, that's a different ball game. But you know, if you guys are gonna be in this, you know, for the next year or two, you know, $9 would definitely be a nice area to look into as the moving average, you know, is trailing down. But here on the weekly chart, like I say, we definitely got plenty of room up on the weekly if we can get back above 360 in this $4 area where we put in another pivot at. It seemed like this stock was up to $10 before, kind of fell down during the pandemic. So I'm not sure if the pandemic was because of this. It seemed like we got a little earnings and stuff like that in this area as well. So, you know, ain't no telling what drove it down. But we're talking about it now. So we did have a nice pullback here. Seemed like buyers stepped up here, contested this 20 period, kind of pulled back, broke out of that 20 period. Seemed like it kind of retested and bounced off that 20 period while contesting that 50 period as well. We are above the 20 and the 50 period on the daily, which is good. We do have a red resting day for Friday with the market selling off. So getting over that 360 area would be potent. Then getting over that 380 to $4 area, because it seemed like I say that's that pivot high. You know, definitely seem like this is the area to start buying at before this thing really starting to get going, if it does decide to get going. So yeah, that's definitely the idea on this one. Like I said, you get a 25-cent stop, 360 by 335, 25-cent stop on this one. So every 25 cents you get your R out of it. So yeah, like I said, the only concern, like I said, you got that, they got that 50 period, which kind of transition from that 200 on that daily. So like I said, that 375 area is definitely gonna be a problem area, but like I say, we get us some shares here. Hopefully, like I said, we do contest it. We don't fall back down this far going into next month, but we're gonna definitely see. I don't mind taking profits or getting out. If I see it not working out, I get out. I don't mind. You can always buy back. That buy button is always green, so you know it's no biggie for me. Looking at this, you know, short term, getting over this 360 would kind of solidify us short term if we actually able to get over it and hold it. We did put in a red. We did start Friday off red with a nice pivot up here. So like I said, getting over that 360 area, I think is bullish in my opinion. That'll put us over all the short term time frames on the 4 hour. You know, like I said, that'll kind of that'll just do it all for us. Looking at the 1 hour, it kind of lines up as well. You see, we got a transition. We got all time frames are kind of meeting up right now. And we got this little, somebody, we got 40,000 shares here. I'm not sure if 40,000 brought us up or brought us down. Let me drill down. Let's see here. That's 30,000 shares here. I'm guessing somebody may have bought up there and then somebody may have sold. Nice little shakeout. I think we got room to move on this one. 350 might be a nice area. It's a little bit more aggressive, but that definitely is a nice area. Moving averages look good on the lower time frame. Like I say, we're kind of consolidating here. All three time frames are lining up on the 60-minute. The 4 hour looks good. Like I said, we get back over the 50 period on the 4 hour looks good. So like I said, over that 355 area, we shooting for 360 though. But yeah, it looks good. Like I say, all time frame, all the small time frames are good. This kind of lines up with it as well on the 30-minute, which you know they all line up, you know. But it looks good on the lower time frames. So yeah, definitely one that we like. We like to see it kind of look good on everything. We want it to, you know, look good on all time frames. So yeah, that's how this one is. So hopefully the bull setup. We do got a little volume here. So like I said, maybe we can continue to push up. If you guys are able to get to the $9 target, you know, congratulate. I'm not gonna be in it that long unless we just gap up to 9. But if you guys do, and you remember this video, leave a message in the comments. Let me know that you guys got it. Moving on. Next idea is GRNQ, Green Pro Cap Corp company. We did have a huge shakeout last month. Very volatile, seems like. I'm not sure what the news was. But we are over that green moving average. Oh my goodness. The months where it showed out, it really did put in some big volume. Not consistent though, it's kind of random. But you know, it's still, even with the big volume, it still was able to put in a little bit of bullishness. We're over the 20 period, so the monthly is good. The trend is up on the monthly. We're over all time frames on the weekly and on the daily. Well, slightly on the daily. We do got this 20 period on the daily, so we definitely want to get above that as well. We do have this nice bottom tail here. It's like this $2 area was the area to beat. We got rejected by this area a lot of times. In May we got rejected. In June we got rejected. August, September, October, I guess November it attempted. We actually closed over 2 and kind of maybe this was the push to get above it, and then maybe we kind of settling on 2. I'm kind of, you know, getting up here, and then, you know, buyers are kind of holding down this $2 area. That's what it's kind of what it looks like. So getting over 225, that'll give us a 25-cent stop. So if you're risking $100, you just need 400 shares of this. If any of you guys just starting out with it, I like it over this 225 area. We do got a resting bar on the weekly. We got a resting bar on the daily as well with a higher low. So Thursday we kind of buyers kind of stepped in, gapped up, put in a higher low, and we technically put in a higher high as well before it actually pulled back. So you know, in my book, that's kind of bullish. So we can get, if like I said, if we can take that momentum, get over this 225 area, I think we'll have a nice little run ahead of us. Well, that's what we're hoping for. You know, take out this red bar, give us a nice little run. It's not as pretty as this one over here. This one here, you would have maximized that to death. It would have been a 10-cent stop, and it ran what, $2? Oh, that would have been beautiful. But yeah, this one, I guess because of the volume, because of the volatility, the spread is super wide on this. I wouldn't mind a smaller spread. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a smaller spread at all. But you know, 25 cents ain't bad. Like I said, I give it a max 50 cents for my ideas, for the actual range, for my actual ideas. So yeah, definitely looks good. It even lines up here on Friday. So this one actually lines up on the weekly and on the daily, as the daily's putting in our same pattern, 225 by 2. So you know, it still lines up on the daily and the weekly. So I don't think that that's a bad idea. Like I said, Green Pro. We did have this huge little doji here, so if we fall below $2, then you know the move is probably over. We probably come back and probably retest the dollar area. You know, you never know. But we did close above 2, December and January. So hopefully we continue to maintain the $2 area. That's what we're looking for. Drilling down, let me just take a look at the 4-hour real quick. 4 hours looking good. We do have support from the lower time frames. We got the 20, the 50, and the 200 up underneath this. So like I said, getting over this 225 area looks potent. Like I say, some big volume. I think we'd be good to go on this one. Like just looking at this, just a short term, I'm not sure how the month is gonna finish, but it do look like it wanna actually make a nice move up higher, because we got a lot of time frames consolidating here. Bulls brought this thing up. We kind of sold back down. I blame it all on the market for Friday. But you know, the market is in normal conditions. If the market is in normal conditions and just doing this thing, we can get a move up higher on this thing. So yeah, that's my idea on GRNQ. If you guys are currently in this or been holding this for a while, let me know what your average cost is in the comments. Moving on. Next idea is KYN, Kane Anderson Energy Infrared, I guess that's supposed to be infrared, or in whatever it is, company. Oh, excuse me. Starting out with the monthly, we did close last month green. Got a little resistance up here in this $9 area here on the 20 period on the monthly. Drilling out to the weekly, we look good on the weekly up into that area, I guess, the $9 area. As we kind of bouncing, you know, kind of bouncing above all this resistance here. We're kind of getting over it. This is a 50 cent idea, 680 by 630. That'll be 50 cent. We get above this 680 area. I do like that, like I said, we're crossing over that 50 period. We got the 20 period here below us, giving us a little support. I'm not sure if it's going to make another move down. We did get four moves down after a 5-week run, 5-week run, 4-week down, 2-week run, 2-week down. Maybe bull step in, you know, to get it up here, or we may get a nice buy set up here, down here in this $6 area. So both are possible. If it gets below this, if it gets below the daily, we may come back to 550. That's really not what we want. We really don't want to see that. But this is where weekly support is in this 550 area, but that's really not what we're looking for. We got our alert set up here to 680 area just in case we decide to want to make a move higher. We did get some light volume to close out the week, nothing too major. So we're gonna see this 50 period move on the daily, see if we can get a higher move out of it. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive on this one, you can take this 660 area. And that, that'll give you roughly a 30-cent stop if you want to do 660 by 630. That'll give you 30 cents if it did take out this red little resting day on Friday. Definitely a little bit more aggressive. If you don't see 680, I would kind of exit the position if it pulls back. Because we wanted to put in a higher high over last week. If not, we're just continuing to downtrend. This would have been a nice idea here. I don't know why I didn't see this one in the past. I don't know why. That looks beautiful. That's what you like. That's what you want to see. We could have made some quick money here. Would have sold off, and we could have got the buy set up. It broke over, gapped over, ran or whatever. But that would have been a nice one here. This one's not as pretty. Like I said, you got a 50-cent stop compared to a 10-cent stop. So this is really what I like. Give me 10 cent. We can make it happen. Get a 10-cent stop on this thing. It ran over $1. 10-cent stop. So if you was risking $100, you would have been well over 1,000. Well, yeah, probably around 1,000. Yep. So that would have been an easy $100 risk, $100 flip. So yeah, 10-cent stop, 5,000 shares. You would have been up $5 grand 1 week. So that's what I like to see. And them small R&Rs there. So yeah, this one, like I said, this one's gonna be kind of wide. The expectation's kind of low, because we do got this 20 period trying to catch up. But we did put in 2 green weeks up and then 2 red weeks down. So we did put in a higher low. We're looking for it to, we're looking for the bulls to step back up, get this thing back over 650, then possibly put in a new high from there. Hopefully we can retest this $9. We can kind of test this $9 area as well. I'm gonna drill down to the 4 hour. 680 definitely the area beat there. It's looking like it want to fall down a little lower. We did get below that 20 period. So the sink is shipping some strong. So without some PR, without a little news, this thing may continue to fall down a little bit more. But I do like that it is over that 20, that 50. So we're gonna see Monday. Not one of my favorite ideas, but it is an idea. So we'll know if this thing gets triggered. We'll see, go from there. It does have room up. Like I said, the weekly looks good. This area was a prior pivot back in June. Kind of tested it twice, so we kind of got a 3 times pivot here. So we got one here, one there, and kind of rolled that 50 period. And then, like I said, we're back up here again. So like I say, getting back over this $7 area looks real good. So we're gonna see what happens Monday. If you guys are in this one, let me know what your cost average is. Leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. Moving on, next idea, MBT. I already see that 4 hour looks bad. Anywho, yeah, that was bad. This is really just a monthly idea. The monthly kind of translates on all time frames. It would have to get back up to this 950 area for it to be interesting for me. Like I said, it's already made a nice move to get above the 20 and the 50 on the monthly. So it's really the monthly bias that we're looking for. Something like a move like we did over here. Small push up here, pull back. We'll be taking profits in this area. So, we're not looking for it to, we're not looking to hold this thing too long. So we're just looking for it to get above this 950 area. If you're in this thing for a core trade, this 950 area would be a nice area to add in, as it did go up there. Kind of come back and retest these moving averages here on the monthly. So we do got some a little minor support down here in the $9 area with these moving averages coming in. Drilling down to the weekly, we are above all 3 moving averages on the weekly. So it definitely looks good. The only concern is we did have a nice bull run here from November all the way up to to the end of January. So that's the only concern. So like I said, this is based off the monthly idea, so we don't expect this thing to trigger next week. But if it does trigger next week, this thing could be very aggressive, and being aggressive isn't bad when you got a lot of money pouring into it. So as you can see, we did have 3 pivots in this 950 area. So if it gets there again, based on the red resting month, we got a 50-cent range on this one. If you with it being a core trade, you definitely want to risk $100 on a core trade, on a monthly chart, because you be waiting all month for that $100 to really start materializing. So if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can. But if you're just starting out, and you want to risk $100 on this just to see how it does, maybe you don't want to do a swing trade, maybe you want to just let it sit in there. You can put your stop limit order at 950. You can get your 200 shares of this thing. That'll roughly cost you about $1,800, and then you can just let it sit for a month and see if it materializes for you. But that's that idea on MBT. So we did get a nice red 2 red resting weeks here. Seems like bulls kind of did want to step up here, but end up getting rejected back down. We do got 2 stages of support here. We got the 20 and 200. I mean the 50 and the 200 period on the daily. So we're gonna see if we can get a bounce in this area, maybe move up toward this 950 area again. It seems like the green days for this stock are really full. Like it ain't too many topping tails on their green days. So if this thing decides to run, it'll probably be a solid run on it, even though it gapped down the next morning, which is terrible. That's what you don't want to see. Well, this happened over the weekend too, so that's what you don't want to see. Goodness gracious. So we get a nice full green day. See, looking at this, looking at how it runs, this makes you want to close. If you get a nice green day, it makes you want to close it at the end of the day, because by the time you open up, you're already gonna be losing. You're already gonna be down on your profits, just because of how this stock trades. In long term you're good, but as a swing trade, you kind of got to look at it like, okay, if this stock have a good day, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna gap down the next morning. It's just 9 times out of 10. And you got these days here where it actually gapped up. But you got these days like here where it did that too. But you see, we closed up here, but we opened down here. So we don't know that it's gonna have another green day. We don't know that. It could gap down and give you one of these, and make you kind of sweat for us. I mean, you don't really truly know. We are up under that 20 period, so we do get up to 950. That'll be a nice area to add in. I don't expect this thing to trigger next week, but if it does, that just lets you know how aggressive the bulls may be. So like I said, we're gonna see. Nice resting month up here. We're gonna see if we can get over this 950 area. That's it for MBT. Oh, drill down to the 4 hour. 4 hour, like I said, already looks kind of bearish. Want to pull back. So we come all the way down here to this 880 area. It's still, we could get a bottom and tail. Nice buy setup. It kind of fade down into that area, and then we get a nice bottom and tail. The monthly will kind of look like this bar here on the weekly. Kind of look like this weekly bar. Get that nice bottom and tail. Maybe close the month green or go bullish from there. So if this thing do decide to pull back, let's say it opens up at 9, pulls back to 880. Then, like I said, we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to put out an alert, or we could just go ahead and put the order at 9. Wherever we open at, we're going to put our order at. So as soon as it decides to want to come back up, we're going to be triggered in. Hopefully it continues to push, but if it doesn't, we can just have our stop loss there. However low it dropped, that's where we're going to have our stop loss at. So like I say, if it opens at 9, drop down to 880, we'll have, like I say, if you're risking $100, you have 500 shares sitting up here at $9. With a stop limit order. So if it does come back to 9, you'll be triggered in just in case the bulls want to go ahead and get aggressive after bouncing off this support. You got a lot of support down here. And like I said, they put in a lot of work to get above it. A lot of work, a lot of bullishness to get above it. So you get, definitely can expect some buyers down here, but we don't know what's going to happen until it happens. But like I say, expectation, we may open up, we may fall down to this 880 area, and then we may go bullish from there. So like I say, it's 950 would be a target. $9 would be a entry as well, be a target area as well if we fade on the open of the month. And like I said, we definitely would want to finish up the month green. This could be kind of a sell-off at the beginning of the month, And then, like I said, we had that order at 9. So if it does decide to go back bullish, we'll be able to get some shares of this thing. So that's it for MBT. The daily looked like it want to kind of pull back too, but like I said, we got a little support here. So we're gonna see if we bounce. We get a nice bounce in this MBT. Anywho, next idea is NSL, Nuveen SR Income FD Company. Not sure what all them abbreviations mean. Start with the month. We did close the month out green. We are up the 3rd month in a row. We did get over that 20 period moving average on the monthly. So the expectation for it to be to kind of come back and retest is 525 area. That's the expectation. That's exactly where our 20 period monthly average is. If you're in this thing as a core trade, you kind of, like I said, you get over that pivot, you get over that moving average, you know, it's bound to come back and retest it at some point. Hopefully we don't come back and retest it right now because we're looking to go ahead and make some money this week. But just kind of looking at the weekly, we may come back just a little bit to kind of retest this area. Just kind of because it is a weekly pivot. We do got monthly pivots at $5. So kind of be mindful of that as well. We did break out of this area. So normally after a breakout, there is a retesting period. But you know, no telling how much of a move higher it wants to make before it decides to come back and retest. If it decides to come back and retest. That's just trading. You know, trading doesn't is only guidelines is, you know, no PR. So no PR, you could, you know, come back and retest just based on normal operations of the company. But if we get some good PR, you know, good buyout or something, this thing could gap up and it could basically erase all this crap here, because this is the alternative crap if we get a new price target and stuff like that. Daily looks good though. We do have a nice uptrend forming, nice big volume here on red. Nice little kind of a doji here, same as our weekly. So that, you know, we're looking for a move up higher on 550. If you want to take an intraday entry on this as well to be aggressive, you can do 545 by 540. You're looking at a 5-cent stop on that. Super aggressive. If you're risking $100, you just need 5 cents. You just need 2,000 shares of this thing. So that'll put you at roughly 1,000. That'll put you at roughly 10 grand. So you need about 10 grand to take this position. Then, like I say, that'll give you a 5-cent stop if you're just risking $100. So you know, you get 2,000 shares of this. You have your stop at 540. You have a stop limit order at 545. If you want to get a little bit aggressive, 1-to-1 target would be 550. 2-to-1 target would be 555. That's kind of a breakdown on that one. The only concern looking at the weekly is this thing has been super bullish, super bullish. I guess you can count these as resting days. I guess resting weeks. I guess, but this thing has been super strong. So, you know, looking at it now, yeah, we may pull back a little. You know, just kind of like I said, I got my alert here. So if anything was to happen, get some PR or something, over 550 would be a nice area that I would like to get some shares at. If not, we can look for an area, you know, to buy on the pullback. So we got room back down to 510. That's where the monthly pivot was, what we broke out of. That is an area to keep an eye on, even though we did just get over this 200 period. So we could have a nice shakeout, retest this $5 area, and then proceed to go higher. You know, anything is possible. Like I said, we got our alert here. We're gonna be monitoring it, keeping an eye on it, checking on it, you know, and seeing, you know, what's it doing, and then, you know, we can kind of go from there. But yeah, daily definitely give you a nice idea over this 545 area as well. Like I said, we could have, like I said, last time we had a nice little resting period like this. We did have a nice little bull run as well over that red bar. So that's kind of what you want to see. You want to get over that, and you just kind of want that thing to kind of just go ahead and take over. It doesn't always happen like that, but those are the ideas that we like to see. Big volume here as well, so that's interesting. I'm not sure that was volume because of the pull back. We did get big volume Monday, and then throughout the week we did trend down from that. Follow up by some nice volume here, bouncing off this 20 period. Hopefully we stay above that 20 period. Market seemed like it kind of want to gap down Monday. Hopefully we don't get a gap down Monday, but that's the kind of the expectation. Because of how bad it sold off Friday, market may gap down tomorrow. So y'all just be careful. But yeah, that's about it on NSL. Let me look at the lower time frame real quick. 550 area, you know, looks good on all time frames. That's the area to beat. You know, 545, that'll pretty much take out Friday. Like I said, that'll be pretty aggressive. I'll be looking to kind of get in and out of this thing because you never know what this is actually going to do. Could just kind of be a pump and fade. But we did put in 1 million shares at the end of Friday to kind of keep this thing at 540, which that's what it closed at. So we're going to see if we hold this area or if we're going to actually drop back down lower. We do got room back down to this 530 area on the weekly. Like I said, that may be a nice bouncing area, this 525 to 530 area. So, you know, just kind of be mindful. We may pull back first. But like I said, the bulls want to get aggressive, we'll make a run up higher. So, you know, kind of keep an eye on it. You know, if you guys got some shares of this thing already, leave it down in the description, you know, what your average cost is on this one. When the pandemic happened, it really gave everybody a lot of opportunities to get into a lot of these stocks because they, you know, a lot of companies tanked. So yeah, it definitely gave opportunity to get in on a lot of companies. So hope you guys got some. But yeah, if you guys are in it, let me know what your cost average is on Nuveen, SR Income, FD Company, all that good stuff. Moving on, let me see, we are an hour and 30 minutes in. Let's see here. OXLC, Oxford Lane Capital Corp. Take this back to the daily. Currently we are up. This is our third month up. We did kind of test this 20 period moving average on the monthly. Kind of got rejected here. So we're gonna see if we can't get a one more month out of this thing where we can kind of get a green push on it. So we did put in a nice red resting, well, not really, I wouldn't say a resting bar because it really penetrated deep. It really penetrated the week before that pretty good. It really penetrated pretty good. But we do got some nice R&R on this one, 660 by 620. That'll give you 40 cents. So if you're looking at, you know, risking $100 on this thing, just need 250 shares of it. We are up. Really, we are up 4 weeks in a row, really. So to get back over this 660 area, we would need some nice volume. Because like I say, I mean, we did shake out pretty good. But, you know, the volume was low, so that's why this one is kind of likable. We had a volume spike on this one, which kind of let you know that, you know, third week up, nice wide range bar, big volume, you know, the resting period was coming in. We had a nice run up here, big volume. We had a resting bar. Continue to push up on, you know, it seemed like a little bit lighter of a volume, and followed up by, you know, some more light volume. We still closed above the pivot high, even though we shook out real good. So we're gonna see it. Like I said, this does constitute kind of a pyramid. It's kind of a head and shoulders. So we're gonna see if we actually get another shoulder out of this thing first, and then, you know, it'll probably can proceed to move down a little bit further, you know, or we can, like I say, push through this 660 area. That'll be a monthly, like I said, a monthly breakout here on that area, and then, like I said, after that we'll be looking to retest it. Yeah, definitely got room to 880 here. Kind of lines up with the monthly as well. Daily looks good. No real resistance on the daily. Daily looks good. We're over all three on the daily. We're over the 20 and the 50 on the weekly. Like I said, we just kind of contesting this 660 area with the monthly to see if we can actually get above that and start trending this thing back up. Yeah, so that's about it on OXLC. We drill down here on the 4 hour. I think I had this one in the I think this was in the Swede Trading a little while ago. I can't remember. I definitely would have wanted this one. It wouldn't have triggered that week, but it would have ended up triggering that following week though. But this might have been on it, but it just didn't trigger, just didn't reach it. Anywho, nice bottom tail here. I mean, nice doja here. Seems like a shakeout. Don't really seem like, you know, this was expected. It sounded kind of, you know, look at the regular trading pattern. This kind of just happened. So, you know, we're gonna see what this volume means going into next week. Like I said, this was a huge shakeout here. So it could have been some accumulation going on here. You got over 1 million on this day. And this bar was kind of outside of the normal for this particular stock. This stock normally has a pretty tight range. But to have this, let me see, this was a 60-cent shakeout for this particular stock. Could have been the market, could have been some PR or whatever, but we're gonna see because it was followed by this nice narrow range day here. So We're gonna see. This could be interesting. We're gonna see as the week goes into it. I need to go ahead and wrap up this video. We're already at an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to go and get on through it. Next idea is PGRE. We do have earnings on the 10th of February, so you guys be cautious. You know, kind of be aware of that as well if you're in this position. I don't like swing trading in the earnings. I've done it a few times. It has worked out a few times, but I don't want to keep testing my luck, you know. So I'm gonna leave it alone just in case. But yeah, Paramount Group Inc. It's the next idea. We're looking at this 930 area based on the monthly chart. Drilling down to the monthly chart, we are putting in a kind of a downtrend here. So getting over 930 would constitute kind of an uptrend. Like I said, we putting in a higher high over that 930 area. We do got room really to come back down to $8 area to retest it. Just based on the chart here, kind of broke above this area. Kind of dojied out, you know, here in September. Broke below, kind of broke out over this $8 area here. We really do got room to test this $8 area, but you know, the stock don't have to come back. You know, just kind of got to be realistic, you know, especially if you're on this thing, you know, for a long period. So you just kind of got to, you know, be realistic with the expectation on it. It does have room to kind of fall back. We did have a nice red, nice wide range month here. Another thing that's interesting too is the volume this month. The volume this month was real narrow. We only had 22 million traded compared to 44 million compared to 78 million. So the volume, this is the lightest volume. This is the lightest volume within the past year that I can see on my 1 year monthly chart. So light volume is always good because, like I say, once that volume kicks in, we could have us another November. And like I say, February could take us up. We get some volume like this, that'll take us up maybe to the $13 area. Possible, you know, you never know. This 1050 area will be the first area of interest, you know, getting over that 20 period, holding over that 20 period, and then maybe proceeding up to the $13 area. We'll see. Drilling down to the weekly, we got a nice little, we got 2 resting weeks here. Bulls did try to make an attempt to go up higher here, got rejected. So getting over that 930 area kind of translates from the monthly to the weekly. Also on the daily as well, that'll get us back over that 50 period because it seems like we kind of fell below that 50 period. Kind of riding on that 20 period right now, so getting over that 50 period would be a nice little area to beat. Had a nice run up here and kind of came back into a consolidation a little bit. We are over the 200 period, so that's good. Like I said, we just kind of consolidating. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on this thing over 930. Like I said, pivot high of last month, seeing if we can go put in a new high from there. I do like this. Like I said, this little meat here between the 20 and the 50. It could. This 20 period could continue to carry this trend up higher. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on this over 930. I wanna try to go ahead and wrap up the video. I'm already at an hour and 30. I kind of broke last video. Well, I'm rambling on again, so I might as well go ahead and finish. But last video I did 45 minutes, 20 ideas, and this video I'm already about 2 hours, so I'm making up for lost time definitely. The 1 hour, definitely, like I say, getting back up here will be major. As you can see, it's kind of falling below. So if it does continue to fall back lower, it could fall back down to this $8 area, like we talked about before. So just kind of keep that in mind. But like I said, we got our alert set just in case we do get up there. We'll be checking on it daily. If you guys are in this, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your cost average is on this particular idea. But that's it. Keep it moving. Next idea is SNR, New SR Investment Group Inc. Company, NVP, all that good stuff. NPV. I'm sorry. We do have earnings February the 25th before market, so you guys be aware of that. This is kind of a low volume stock here as well as some of the other ones. We did put in a green month last month. Kind of a narrow range month here. It seemed like we kind of got rejected by this 20 period, so that could be kind of a bad sign. Just starting out though, with the market tanking, that could have been the reason why this stock didn't have a lot of follow through. But you never know. So you know, we're gonna just play a high goal. We did get a green month here. The ultimate goal would be to get above 580. That is last month's high. So getting over this area, you can see it's you got a lot of overhead here to getting over this area. You got the 20, you got the 200, and you got the 50 period on this monthly chart. So like I said, it has been trending up, you know, pretty good from, you know, this $3 area all the way up here, but you know, It's just definitely a good little bit of resistance here. We definitely would need some volume to really break through and push through this area here. Drilling down to the weekly, we do got a nice little kind of a bottoming tail, you know, kind of a shooting star, whatever you want to call it. Inverted hammer, whatever the terminology is. I don't even know the terminology for a lot of these candles. I just know this is a bottoming tail. So our idea would be over this bottoming tail, 550 by 530. I like, see, my OCD likes it when these numbers line up to the whole number exactly. It makes these ideas just so perfect because the market makers, it made it hit these numbers exactly. So that makes me like it even more. You know, 550 by 530. You got a 20-cent stop. If you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need 500 shares. So every 20 cents you get your R on this one. Like I say, nice bounce off this 20 period. So yeah, definitely, like I say, over 550 would be a nice move. Over 570 would be another target. Over $6 would be another target. So like I say, that'll carry us over these monthly moving averages, and like I say, we can hopefully get a move higher on this one. Like I said, well, you know, we're just looking for 2R out of it. If you guys are long term, that will kind of be your, you know, your areas to kind of keep an eye on, you know, as you continue to hold the stock. Looking at the daily, we are falling below the 20 and the 50. Like I said, we would need a little bit, probably some good volume or some good resting volume to kind of take us back above that. Because right now the trend is obviously down right now. Like I say, nice bottoming tail here off support, off minor support. So we're gonna see if we can get another bounce to push it up higher, maybe some follow through, some commitment, you know, from the buyer. So that's what we're looking for. Nice breakout opportunity here as well. Like I said, it kind of all lines up over this 550 area. We're kind of riding this area good. So like I say, nice volume, we break out and we're off to the races. That's what we're looking for. Get the 60 minute. 60 minute kind of give you that same little vibe. The market sold off. It could be a correction. Like I said, that correction could be big. You know, over 550, we got a nice little red bar here. So over that, like I said, over all this selling, all this sell off, like I said, we did have a nice gap down bounce, push up. Market did bring us back down. Like I said, over 550 looks good on all time frames to me. Excuse me. If you guys got some of this, leave a message in the comments. Let me know what your average cost is on it. That's it for SNR. Next idea is TMQ, Trilogy Metals Inc. New company. We did put in the green month, nice volume these last few months. Did close out green over that 20 period. So you know the trend is up, starting to look up for the month. Still looking good. Drilling down to the weekly, we do have this nice little red doji here, but I wouldn't say doji. It just had a nice little bottom tail here. This idea would be 220 by 210. Yeah, the 2 cent. I wouldn't worry about 2 cents. If we get all the way up to 220 and come all the way back down, I wouldn't want it anyway. As we got these two bottoming tails here, so getting over this we could get some good big volume to get us over this area. So we get over this, you know, buyers are definitely gonna be taking over this thing here. We're gonna see. Also, this is a nice pivot area as well. So getting back over this 220 area would be very potent. Like I say, it'd be pretty much taking out last month's high as well, kind of giving us kind of an uptrend vibe on it as well. So that's kind of what we want. If you want to be aggressive, drilling down here on the daily, if you want to take kind of an intraday position on it, you could do roughly 213 by 208, give you a 5 cent stop on that. If you're risking $100 on it, you just need a 5 cent stop, give you 2,000 shares on it. It gets above 230. You just look for 10 cents out of it. So maybe 223 be your first target for 2 to 1. If you guys want to be aggressive on it. We are above all 3 time frames on the daily. We are above the 20, the 50, and the 200. We're above all 3 on the weekly as well. So like I say, the sentiment is up. Hopefully we can get us one of these moves like we had over here in July. A nice little red. The only thing is we're not bouncing off of any moving average. That's the only thing. But we are bouncing off of a pivot, $2 pivot. So hopefully that can give us a little bit of incentive to maybe make a move higher. So over here, you can kind of see we bounced off of that moving average right here at the pivot high. You see how we put a pivot up here at $2, pull back, retest it, reject it, pull back, put in this nice little red bar here with this bottoming tail. Buyer stepped up, pushed this thing, took it on up. So, that's what we're looking for. I hope you guys can hear all the rain. It's kind of, It's been raining pretty much all day, so I want to kind of get this video on out of the way. Hope you guys can hear me pretty good. That's TMQ. Like I say, overall time frames, overall moving averages on all time frames, so it look good. Looking at the 4 hour, getting back over that 220. Like I say, all that selling that happened Friday, we can get back over that. You know, that can be, you know, very potent for us. So that's what we're looking for. All right, moving on. Last two ideas: TNXP, Tonix Farms Holdings Company, Holding Corp Company. We did put in a green month last month. This was the third green month up. We did get a nice volume spike here, so that, you know, that could mean, you know, ain't no telling, you know, but the volume is picking up. So, you know, too much volume normally means, you know, kind of a resting month. You know, we had a big volume here, turn around to a resting month the following month. So you kind of got to be mindful of that as well. We are up 3 green months in a row. You know, it's kind of the equivalent of having one strong green month, 3 months in a row. Volume's picking up here, so we could get one final month to push up, maybe get back up here to this $2 area before we pull back again. So, you know, that would be a nice idea as well. Drilling down to the weekly, we are over the 20 and the 50 period on the weekly. We got our alert set for 115. You can do 115 by 95 cents. That'll pretty much give you a 20-cent stop on it. So if you're risking $100, you just need 500 shares of this thing. It looks like it's, like I say, we kind of contested this 50. It looks like it's gotten over it. So we may put in another low first, trying to test this 80-cent area first. But if we don't, and the bulls decide to get aggressive, we want to get in over this 115 area. Drilling down to the daily, the 110 area looks good as well. But it also has hit that area and rejected a few times as well. So we don't want to. I mean, you can get a little aggressive if you want to. You do have favor of the moving averages. So 110 could be a nice area as well. As long as you hit that 115 shortly after. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. TNXP, I'm sorry. TNXP. Trying to go and wrap this video up. WEI is the next idea. LDT ADR. We did close the month out green last month. We are under the 20 period, so, you know, the uptrend hasn't really started yet. Drilling down to the weekly, we did get over the 20 and the 50 period, so that's good. We consolidated enough to get above that. 3 green weeks followed by a red week. The R&R on this one is roughly 20 cent. You can do 170 by 150. If we go from 150 all the way up to 170, we shouldn't come all the way back based on this. So that's the idea for this one. Drilling down to the daily, we are above all. Well, we're kind of at the cusp of all 3 time frames right now. We're kind of in between all 3 right now. So we should find out next week if we're gonna actually get above this area or we're gonna drop below that 140 area. You know, we did kind of contest that high of last December, but it seemed like it kind of got rejected. So we're gonna see if we can get some follow through this month. So yeah, that's that idea on that one. Like I say, according to the weekly, we definitely look good to go up higher at this point, just because we finally got over these short-term moving averages, and we put in this nice, like I say, 3 weeks up. Nice grind in here, and then, like I say, gotten over it, closed over it, kind of been resting, you know, kind of just reaccumulating, make sure we got strong support here at this 150 area. So yeah, you know, this is the last idea. But yeah, because it's, like I said, getting over that moving average, you know, I really like it. 170 by 150 on WEI. WADI LTD ADR. We'll drill down here on the 4 hour. We are dropping below the moving averages on the short term. We do have, you know, seem like a little support here in this 150 area. Kind of been rolling there for a couple of days. So we're gonna see if we can't get a breakout to get us over that. So that's the idea. We got our alert set at 170. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I know it's been long. There will be timestamps in the description. Well, if you guys have made it this far, I don't think it matters. Anywho, if you guys enjoyed today's content, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, turn on notifications. I think that is it for me. I hope you guys have a good week. Hope you guys aren't getting too flushed out by this rain, because it is a lot of it. You guys have a good one.